What's up, guys? I'm DK Wrestler.
And I'm MD Shady.
And in today's video, we are going to be making our Funko Pop and soda figure predictions for New York Comic Con 2022. Like,
Comment,
and subscribe for more content.
where's the notification bell?
It's to the right of you.
Oh.
So like we said in today's video, we are going to be making our predictions for New York Comic Con Funko exclusives for this year. And like usual for these predictions videos, we'll be making 10 predictions for 10 different categories, which each of them will have either one Funko Pop or one Funko Soda, which the categories for this video are ad icons, animation, Disney, DC Comics, games, Marvel, movies, retro toys, television, and miscellaneous, which you guys at the end of the video will get to comment in the comment section below on whose predictions you liked better between myself and MD Shady. So without further ado, let's kick off this predictions list with the ad icons lineup.
The Kellogg's Raisin Bran Sun. I think that this would make out for a really good pop. I think that Funko has done pops similar to this in the past, where you have a character that's not quite humanized, like this Sun, and they could have it awesome where he has his two, like, arms, I guess you could call them, where he's holding the 2 scoops of Raisin Bran. I think that that would turn out very, very well, and I think that it could be easily turned into a Funko Pop, so why not see it as a con exclusive?
I have a Funko Soda, and it's of Play-Doh Pete from Play-Doh. Now, last year at, I guess you can say Festival of Fun, but the Pops were originally meant to be New York Comic Con until delays happened. There's the Pops of the red shirt and the blue shirt for Festival of Fun last year, and I thought it would make sense that pretty much you can say 1 year later they would do the sodas, and I have it limited to 5,000 pieces. The common version would have the red shirt because it was the more common version, and then you have the chase version, the blue shirt, since that was the limited piece pop from Festival of Fun.
I decided to go with a pop from the TV show SpongeBob, and the pop that I went with is Larry the Lobster. I'm surprised that we still haven't seen a pop of Larry, considering we have so many different SpongeBobs. So I feel like Larry the Lobster is just one of those fan favorite types of characters, and it deserves to be a con exclusive, so why not at New York Comic Con?
I chose a pop for My Hero Academia, and it is Minoru Mineta. Now, this is a very popular character from the Class 1A in My Hero Academia who has not gotten a Funko Pop yet. This year at San Diego Comic Con, we had gotten a pop of Gran Torino, which was also a very popular character that never had a pop until SDCC, so it would be cool that we get a Mineta pop for NYCC.
I actually picked a Funko Soda rather than a pop for this one, and it's a character that a lot of people wouldn't necessarily put in the DC bracket, but it is technically a DC character, and that is Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen. I think would be turned into a really awesome Funko Soda. I think that just his character design works for Funko Sodas to make a pretty simplistic Funko Soda. And then, obviously, the chase would just be glow-in-the-dark. I think that that makes perfect sense.
I have a Funko Soda, and it's of a comic book version of Peacemaker. Now, I know we've gotten pops of Peacemaker for the HBO Max series of the Peacemaker, but I thought that it would make sense if they had done a Funko Soda in the classic form from the comic books, which I can only imagine that it's not too different from what Peacemaker looks like in the series. It might be a slight difference as terms to the attire. I have this limited to 15,000 pieces because Funko does like to have a high piece count for some of these sodas, and the chase is simply metallic because I don't exactly know what else they would do for the chase besides metallic.
I actually picked a 2-pack of pops for Disney, and that would be Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers from the newest movie, and I think that this could be done very, very well if they can figure out how to do it correctly, because if you guys have seen the movie, you guys would probably know that Chip stays in his 2D animation, but Dale got like a CGI surgery, so he's a CGI character, and I think that they would have to kind of try to find a way to make it so that these characters are looking different from each other.
I have a Funko Pop, and it is a blacklight version of the character of Dr. Finkelstein from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Now, for those that might not remember, obviously there's a photo on the side here of the character. I guess you can say he's like the father or creator of Sally, where he sits in the wheelchair and he like has the brain that's sticking out as shown in the original Funko Pop. And because they are having a lineup of Blacklight Nightmare Before Christmas Pops, I feel like they would continue that lineup, especially when New York Comic Con is right around the corner from Halloween, so it makes sense that they would continue with the Blacklight lineup of Pops, and I think Dr. Finkelstein would be a cool character that they haven't even made another version of since the original one into a Blacklight form. I feel like the colors they would choose would be pretty cool for this character.
I went with the cat from the new game Stray, which is a brand new game. I believe it only came out a week or two ago now, and a lot of people are talking about it. It looks like a beautiful game. I can't wait to play it for myself. But I feel like the cat would translate very well into Funko Pop form. We've seen cat pops before, obviously. The most recent one I think we've seen is Socks from Lightyear.
A metallic Squirtle for the Pokemon lineup. This year seems to be the year for metallic variants of Pokemon Pops. We had gotten the Charmander. There has been a little bit of somewhat of a leak of a Charizard coming out very soon, but I feel like for another metallic variant of a Pokemon, they would continue off with the starter Pokemons because they only did Charmander. We haven't seen a Bulbasaur, which I could see it being the second pop to go along with this pop with the Squirtle. And then I feel like with Pikachu, they would end up doing it as like a GameStop exclusive like they did with the Diamond Collection last year.
This is a pretty easy pick for me because it's a pop that we didn't actually get to see. It was a canceled lineup, actually, of Funko Pops, and that is for a pop of Morbius from the Morbius movie. I can understand why Funko canceled the lineup, considering the movie didn't do well, but I do think that people do want a new Morbius pop, and why not do it for the movie? So I think that this could be just a pop of Morbius himself, and I think it would be limited to something like 4,000 pieces because Funko probably doesn't want to take the gamble of making a pop that they didn't think was going to do well, at least earlier in the year. So I think a limited piece Morbius makes sense for the Marvel lineup.
I have a Funko soda figure, and it's of Eric Killmonger from Black Panther. Now, this definitely makes sense because of the recent trailer dropping for the upcoming Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie, but this would focus more on the Black Panther, like, first movie. And I don't think they would do a soda of Black Panther, at least for a Comic-Con exclusive. I think they would save that for either a regular exclusive or even a common soda. So I think a character like Eric Killmonger would be pretty cool in soda form. This would be limited to 10,000 pieces because I feel like the 15 to 20,000 ratio would be saved for a character like Black Panther or even Shuri. And then for the Chase figure, it would be the mask that he wears that he finds at that kind of museum at the beginning of the movie as the Chase, as seen in the Funko Pop also, where it is unmasked for the common and then the Chase version is him with the mask. So it's the exact same way for the soda that I'm talking about right now.
I kind of went through and looked at some of the new movies that are out right now, and I picked a character that I think would look awesome in Funko Pop form, and that is Ethan Hawke's character in Black Phone. I'm not sure what the character's name is because I haven't watched the movie, but I do think that the character design looks really awesome. He has that mask on, and I believe he wears like a top hat, and I don't know, I think that a lot of people, at least from people that I've heard, really enjoyed the movie and said it was good. I think that it would be very easy to make it into a Funko Pop. It would kind of look like maybe a V for Vendetta type pop like that, so I would imagine that it would look something similar to that, but it would probably look better.
I have a pop, more specifically a Pop Town, and it is for the movie of E.T., and I had chosen the character in the hazmat suits, where it is the hazmat suit characters that work for the government, and the Pop Town is the house when it's actually covered in the, like, tarp that's all white, and then you can even have, like, the tunnel that they walk through going on with the Pop Town. I think that would be pretty cool considering that the E.T. Pop should be arriving around that time with that new wave, and I think it definitely makes sense because this year is, I believe, I want to say the 40th anniversary of E.T. coming out.
It's always hard to pick because there's so many different retro toys I want to see made, but the one that I've picked today is Boglins, and I don't know if they do multiple different Boglins or if they would just do one color of a Boglin, but I think a Boglin would be really cool for a Funko Pop. I think it makes sense. It would work very well I think it's an easy swap where you can just take the eyes that the figure has to begin with and switch it with the pop eyes. The box, I think, could be really phenomenal. So you have your normal Funko Pop boxes, and then if you guys know Boglins, they have these really cool boxes as well where it looks like they're trapped in like a crate or a cage. So I feel like Funko could pull it off where you get this awesome box as well as a really cool Boglin pop.
I have a pop, or I guess I could say 2 pops, and this was like my easiest prediction to make. More TMNT Power Rangers crossover pops. We had gotten the Leonardo and the Donatello for San Diego Comic-Con, and obviously for here, we would get Raphael and Michelangelo. Obviously, it seems very predictable that Raphael would obviously be the Red Ranger, considering that Leonardo was the Blue Ranger and his mask is blue. And then with Donatello, because there was no Purple Ranger, they chose the Black Ranger suit. So it's very unpredictable at the moment of what Michelangelo could be, whether it could be maybe the white suit or a green suit, but maybe they can go down the route of the Green Ranger suit for Michelangelo, considering that, I guess in terms to Comic-Con, it's very popular for Jason David Frank to actually appear at Comic-Cons.
And this is one of my favorites because I finally get to talk about a Simpsons pop that I want to see. This time's a little different because I actually picked a pop for the Treehouse of Horror, and I would like to see Werewolf Flanders. That is kind of one of my favorite characters from Treehouse of Horror. I kind of hope they do because I really like it, and I would want it to be flocked, which I believe would be the first ever flocked Simpsons pop. So yeah, Werewolf Flanders I think is a great idea for the lineup, and I think it would be one of those pops that would be super cool to be a con exclusive, especially considering it would be very easy to just make it flocked as well.
I have a pop, and it is of Levitating Max from Stranger Things. Now, I knew that there would probably be a Stranger Things pop for New York Comic Con because of the like spooky theme going around with it, and it's very close to Halloween for New York Comic Con. It was just a matter of what pop I was going to choose.
Went with a pop rocks, and I actually went with Jack Harlow. The reason why I did this is because Jack Harlow is a pretty big artist right now. I mean, one of the biggest artists right now, I guess you could say. He already has a figure, but it's not made by Funko. He actually has his own U2s, so I wouldn't be surprised if he signed a deal with Funko and they could make an awesome Jack Harlow pop for New York Comic Con.
I have a Funko Pop, and I had chosen Polly Pigeon. Every year since New York Comic Con 2019, we have gotten a Polly Pigeon pop, which falls into the Icons lineup, so it doesn't match any of the categories we had just done. And they do it based off of the jersey colors for different New York teams. I think in the past we've gotten the Jets, the Mets, the Yankees, and I want to say one other team, but I know for sure that they have not done hockey jerseys. So it'd be really cool if they had ended up doing, let's say, the New York Islanders and then the New York Rangers. I think that'd be pretty cool, especially if they add hockey sticks and possibly a helmet to those specific Polly Pigeon pops. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's predictions video for New York Comic Con 2022, make sure you smash that like button. Comment in the comment section below and let us know whose predictions you liked better by choosing either hashtag PickDK for my predictions or hashtag PickMD for MD Shady's predictions, and let us know your own predictions for New York Comic Con that, of course, aren't those potential leaks. And as I said in the little intro, make sure you press the subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching today's video, and hope to see you guys next time. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.
Peace in, peace out.
Follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at A Funko Popcast. If you want to check out some of our other content that's featured on our channel, you can click either the playlist that's on your screen right now featuring previous episodes of our weekly podcast, A Funko Popcast, or we have suggested a video for you guys in relation to today's video.